Okay, so here I have my 1995 BMW R1100 GS. This bike has got a gearbox problem at the moment. I haven't had a look inside it, but it's making an awful rattle, so I imagine that the gearbox might need to be replaced. So let me just restate, this bike is not actually a working motorcycle. This bike is on a Dutch number plate. I've moved subsequently to Belgium, so I'm not very keen on importing it because it's going to cost me some money. So I thought I would just get rid of it, see if somebody's interested in it. Last time I rode the bike was actually about 2 years ago. I was on my way back from the London Olympics, and the gearbox developed a rattle, so I stopped at that moment. So the gearbox does actually rotate, but it doesn't drive, so it's not completely seized, at least I think not. I had the bike for about 11 years. I've done about 150,000 kilometers on it. It has 189,000 on it at the moment. Let's see, apart from the gearbox, everything's in pretty good working order actually. The front discs probably need replacing soon. You can see, if you know something about these bikes, I've got the twin Duro tyres on it. See, these wheels from BMW cost about €1,000 each. These are not in great condition. If you have a GS already, looking for a set of off-road wheels, that could be an interesting proposition for you. What else can I tell you? Yeah, I used it every day, frequently for long trips, so I always kept it in quite good order. I've got lots of receipts, oil filters, spark plugs, air filters, that kind of thing. The clutch was replaced 25,000 kilometers ago. What else can I tell you? So I never had an accident with a bike, so it's straight. I can't promise there was never an accident beforehand, but I find the bike to be in perfect running order, handles nicely, so I'm pretty sure it's all straight. Subframe straight, headstock straight, everything's straight. Let me see, what else can I tell you about this? I made some notes actually. So, okay. So the bike has got a Mixel light bar, and it's got the extra lights on it. These work nicely, and it's wired into the high beam. It's wired in a bit of background noise there. It's wired into the high beam, so it works quite nicely. One of the lenses is actually cracked, I have to be honest with you. It doesn't stop it working, but that's obviously not ideal. I think I got hit by a stone one night. The bike has heated grips. I recently renewed those, so those should last for a very long time. You can see the bike's got ABS there. ABS works perfectly. It's got stainless steel hoses from Hell on the front and rear brake, which is a nice improvement. I've also got bar risers on there for increased comfort if you're a tall rider, as I am, 6'3". I've got a waterproof USB socket wired into the dash, which you can use for whatever you like, charging a smartphone, so forth on a trip. It's quite a nice feature. I got it from a boat shop. It cost me about €50, so it's completely waterproof. What else? Battery's very strong. Had it replaced quite shortly before the gearbox problem developed on the bike. But I always have the bike stored inside a garage, and it's always plugged into an Optimate, so it starts first time every time, and there's no charging problems with the alternator. What else? Yeah, the final drive bearings are quite new, about 20,000 kilometers ago. It failed during a trip in Poland. My last trip previous to the London Olympic trip, that's all completely replaced with BMW parts, and that was done by a dealer. Clutch cable also new. I'm quite fanatical about changing the clutch cable so it doesn't snap when I'm away on a trip. That's done about 10,000 kilometers ago. I think I mentioned the clutch itself is a Lucas clutch, which is, if you know anything about these bikes, that the clutch is a weak point. So that's been replaced with an upgraded Lucas clutch, which works very well. Unfortunately, can't say the same thing about the gearbox at this time. Yeah, if you've seen this bike around, you'll know it's because I'm running quite a large motorcycling website called Best Biking Roads. I've got some of my stickers on there, but of course you can take those off. what else can I show you? As I say, the bike does run, it's just the gears won't engage. So let me just give you a preview of that. 1 second. Okay, so here we have, to say, 189,400 kilometers. Yeah, hasn't been started for some time, but let's see. Here you can see that the ABS light comes on sometimes. You know, with these early models, that sometimes happens. Just try again. Anyway, take my word for it, the ABS works. What else? Lights, I'll show you the light bar. So obviously standard BMW 1100 front light, not the most impressive thing you'll ever see on the planet. Then you've got the Mixel light bar with the Hella lights fitted. What else can I tell you? As you can see, the bike, the heads, the box head's never been dropped. I tend to drive quite carefully. Do a little bit of off-road riding, but nothing major. So you can see around the bike, original full stainless steel exhaust. Yeah, drive shaft, rear brake pads in order, front brake pads in order, rear disc in order, front discs nearing the service limit. Yeah, again, you can see the head's in good order. Plastic tank, of course, 1995 model. What else? That's about it, I think, for this bike. Okay, that's the story of my 1100 GS. A little bit sad to see it go, but I think it's time we parted company. So, if that interests you, please feel free to contact me.